Well, Max, it's obviously a cool end to the game after a display full of encouragement. But what are your summarise your emotions after that one?
Yeah, really tough one to take. Not many times you go to Anfield and we create on chances, and for most of the second half we were probably on top of them and probably could have won the game in the end. So yeah, it was tough. But after the equaliser, we should have defended a bit better and to try to cut out that last chance that they scored. But lots of positives to take, and a big game coming up on Saturday.
Just going back to the start of the game, there was obviously a lot of energy in the crowd from the minute go. It seemed like Liverpool were pressing really hard, fast-paced attacks, that sort of thing. Got their goal, but then after that, our response was really good, and we sort of turned the game around. What did we learn from those first 18, 20 minutes, and how did we turn it around?
Yeah, it was always going to be tough. Anfield, the top of the league, and obviously one of the hardest places to play. But we defended really well and stayed in the game. And of course, our message at half time was to really push in the second half, in which we did. And we created lots of good chances. And unfortunately, didn't take anything from the game.
A lot of what the manager's been talking about is how the defence has improved while he's been at the club, but the need to sort of improve in attacking areas. But we had loads of chances today, and obviously got the goal late on. Can you take a lot of encouragement from that, do you think, as a team?
Yeah, 100%. Lots of encouragement. Lots of positives to take, and we just need to keep pushing on because we've got big games coming up, and coming from Anfield, we can hold our heads high and push on for the next games coming up.
And just from a defence point of view, obviously the three centre backs, you, JC, and Dinos, the other two have kind of had to share play time this year. You've been sort of a mainstay in that defence, but the three of you started today. It's obviously a busy day, but can you sort of summarise your relationship with those two guys, how well you work, and how your relationship's grown over the season?
Yeah, really good. Of course, whoever plays, whoever has to do a job, we all always have to be ready. And I think today we all played together, and we showed lots of encouragement, and we worked really hard together, and we showed that we can play together. Yeah,
like you said, 6 games left now. Obviously the disappointment of the defeat, but we've shown a capability against the sort of title favourites today. We've taken a win away at Arsenal. We've shown encouragement at places like Chelsea. How do you sort of put that all together now for the last 6 games of the season?
Yeah, for sure. We're really, for the last 6 games, want to put in 110% and come away with as many wins as possible. We're not slowing down now. We definitely got 6 big games to go, and we want to show that we want to end the season really high.
Graham, it's obviously a very cruel end to a game that was full of encouraging signs. Sum up your emotions after that one.
Yeah, devastated for the players because I thought they gave everything in the game. A really strong performance, probably the best performance we've had. Balance between defence and attack was really good over the course of the game. I think we suffered at the start. Liverpool, in an emotional atmosphere, came out with big intensity, moved the ball fast, and it was difficult for us. But at the same time, we stuck in there and were resilient, and that hasn't always been the case. And then grew into the game. I thought last part of the first half, we had some opportunities, hit the bar, I think. And then second half was a really strong performance. Created some big opportunities, hit the bar again, I think. So scored the goal, and you think, okay, we've got something to show for the effort and for the quality. But yeah, maybe that's the difference. The team at the top of the league has the mentality to keep going and see it out.
There's been a lot of reference to how we've improved defensively sort of over the period you've been here at the club, and a need to sort of translate that into attacking areas. 11 shots today and hit the woodwork twice, like you mentioned. A lot of times the camera was panning to you, you had your head in your hands because of good chances. Can you take a lot of encouragement from that, despite the fact that obviously we haven't got the points?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, the performance was strong from our perspective. We created some opportunities and we pushed a good team back. So yeah, lots of positives for us. Defensively, I thought we were quite solid. As solid as you can be with Liverpool. They're so dangerous. The transition is so fast, but we managed it quite well. And like I said, second half, create some really good opportunities.
Some really good examples of spirit as well and togetherness. Obviously the players that have come back, I think obviously Silla started today for the first time since February, and Fulkrug's obviously working his way back and hit the bar late on. Are you encouraged by the fact that these players are really working for each other now and getting that, it's those fine margins again, isn't it, as we've referenced a few times?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been competitive in all the games. I think we've had a couple of halves that we've not been happy with at all. Brentford at home, Wolves away first half, not up to the level. But apart from that, we've been really competitive without being fantastic in terms of where we want to move to, but certainly competitive, certainly together. Today was probably a step on again. As I said, over the course of the game, performance-wise, as strong as we've been. So we have to stick to those and concentrate on their positives, and then go again for the weekend.
Yeah, the 6 games left now. Taking all that into account, so where does that leave us going to this week and sort of big game at home, back in front of our fans against Southampton Saturday?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Another game that we want to do well in. We need to try to be positive and win and take the 3 points. No game in this league is easy. Supporters here today were fantastic. I thought amazing, in a top atmosphere, and our fans contributed to that. So we'll need them the same again at home. But it's up to us as a team to play well, and I think if we play like we did today, we've got a chance.
Thanks for your time, Graham. Cheers.